Call from the embassy in Bonn. We've worked closely with David and Ann over the last 3 years. Look forward to a fine relationship with Joe and Trudy. And I really must say the State Department and the military don't always get along everywhere in the world, but I think in Berlin here, by really trying on both sides, we've made it work. And I know for our part, we've thoroughly enjoyed the fine rapport and support we've gotten from Colonel Radcliffe, and we're going to miss him. Look forward to working with the Air Force until it's all over here. David and Ann, good luck in the future. You're going back to a place where you got your own house, which should be nice. And we'd like to give you a little gift as a token of our appreciation for you. Thanks, Neil.
I neglected to give some flowers from the RM again, so Janet straightened me out. And if Ann, you don't want these flowers to go bad on you. Some beautiful cups here. Be drinking coffee from the State Department's perspective in Langley. All right, thank you. Present token from Supply.
Colonel Mrs. Radcliffe, on behalf of all the people in Supply, I just want to show our gratitude for all the support and patience that you put up with here in Supply all these years. And I want to say from all of us, you've done an outstanding job in management and leadership, and I don't think we would have gotten as far as we have gotten without your support. So small token gift here. Remember Berlin. There's a lot of ways to remember Berlin. Plaques, trophies. This is just a different one here, a little bit different. So guess what? Which one of these things? You have to guess. One of 10. One of 10. What is Berlin famous for? Bear. Bear. That is it. God. All right. Very nice. Thank you.
I'll get my chance in here a little later, but I want to thank you very much, David. And the Supply organization has had some interesting situations occur over the years, so we'll talk about that a little later. Thank you very much.
And help over the last 2 years that I've been here, and for your 3 years that you've been here, and best wishes in Langley and wherever else the future takes you. We know that you're going to get a lot of mementos from Berlin that will help you remember Berlin and what Berlin's all about, but we think from the comptroller that the best thing you're going to take with you from Berlin are your memories. So this is maybe something to help you with appreciate your memories a little bit more.
say it was something that was near and dear to your heart, dear to ours. And thank you for supporting us in all our endeavors. Some of them was pretty strange. Thank you. Yeah, Lisa, I think.
After the colonel's leave, okay? Okay, I can't say that Colonel Ratcliffe's the best lieutenant colonel I ever worked for because my other one that's coming on board is going to write my future ticket. But, gee, we got a good team here, and Colonel Radcliffe has assembled the best players that I can think of in my career that I'm very proud of. I look around, I see so many wonderful professionals around here. We got to take this place out, and we're going to do it, and it's all because of Colonel Radcliffe's groundwork, and he made it a lot easier for all of us, and I can speak for all in transportation. We're going to miss him, and he's truly a professional, and I'm not going to stand here very long because I'm going to get emotional, but he's a friend too. And anytime you have a commander that's a friend and a professional, and he'll advertise you to the world, you get everything. And Helen Widener's up there smiling. I know she'd like to get up here and say how she appreciates him too, right? No? Okay, all right. But anyway, Colonel and Ann and family, we've truly enjoyed you. We thank you for the leadership. We thank you for the friendship, and we thank you for just being here when you were, because you took it from when the wall closed through all the important changes, and now you've laid the groundwork, like I said before, for Colonel Wheatley to come in, and there's going to be a lot of changes, but you put the adhesive where it needs to belong, and you've tied us together, and we appreciate it, sir. Thank you. And what we'd like to do, and I'm sorry for all the people that's going to be embarrassed out there or jealous, we have made the best flag box in the world, not me, Liana's here, and we changed it a little bit. We made the flag a little bit more fluffier, and we added some blue lettering to the plate. So I think it's very personal, and on behalf of the 7350th Transportation Division, I would like to present this to you, Colonel Radcliffe. And I hope everybody can see this. If you can't, get up here. It says, David P. Radcliffe, Lieutenant Colonel, Tempelhof Central Airport, Berlin, Germany, August 87 through August 91. We're unique. You're welcome, sir. And we added, if the colonel ever retires, he can put this in his den as memoirs from Tempelhof. Some of the important players, and I gotta admit there's some real ugly pictures on here. But I think it's great. Well, that's me, and that's Joe over there. This is my, right now, left-hand person, but right-hand person, usually at work. But she does some of the best artwork in the world. Someday she's going to be a famous illustrator of children's books or something. I'm telling you right now. But look at this picture, if you can see it. And on the bottom is some balloons of some of the people in transportation that really appreciate the colonel's work that he did here. And out of friendship, we present this to you, sir, that you can remember us the rest of your life. That is our curse to you. now that Colonel Radcliffe has gone away, right? He has gone away? Oh, okay. Anyway, okay. Okay. All right, sir. My secretary is really into cats. She loves to draw cats. I mean, she can draw anything, but she can really draw and paint cats. She doesn't do that all day, believe me, but I mean, she has an innate talent that she does naturally, and if you don't believe me, she can sketch out anything in about 2 minutes. Come on by and see us sometime, and she'll show you. But this is for Colonel Wheatley. Colonel Wheatley was the Chief of Transportation here. He left in 1985, and I'm proud to say he went on to be Squadron Commander at Aviano and Squadron Commander at Lakenheath. And I was tripping around USAFE at the same time, and I heard a lot about this man. And hopefully he didn't hear about me. But we've both been over here a long time, and Joe did this because I asked her to do it. On behalf of the Transportation Squadron, Lieutenant Colonel Joe Wheatley, we'd like to welcome you here to Tempelhof. What better picture than to show the Luftwaffe Monument, and in the foreground, one of our favorite creatures, the greatest cat in the world. It shows the might of the 7350th Transportation Division, the best for USAFE 1990.
Thank you, David. Beautiful gifts from the Transportation Division, which I'll remember for many years. Okay. But David is always a man of few words and on time. So, thank you very much, though. We have another guest here from RAF Gatto, Squadron Leader Gostin, who's asked for a couple minutes on the stage.
I'd just like to say a few words to mark the departure of Colonel Radcliffe, who has been a very good friend of us at Royal Air Force Gatto. And to mark his departure, I'd like to present him with a copy of the insignia of Royal Air Force Station Gatto as a mark of friendship.
From my other European dealings, I can say that although it's a small item, it is great in meaning. These plaques are well thought of by our allies in other countries, Italy, France, United Kingdom, and so I'm quite honored that you would feel so strongly to give me a representation of your unit. Thank you very much, Joe. I absolutely will. Thank you very much, Joe.
The gift we've got here is a symbol of the many times that the Colonel stood on his head and things went wrong. From the budget office, we appreciate his fine support. We looked everywhere to find this wrapping, and we finally found just a wrapping that fit for it. So, thank you very much.
Great to open this now. Honorary budgeteer, a little upside down, but nevertheless probably representative of the process at times.
That's the end of our formal presentations. If there's anybody out there that would like to come up that I haven't had a chance to talk to and want to say anything, I'll turn it back to you if there's nobody else that would like to come up and say a few words. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out again. Again, thanks to the cooks out there at the grill. Thank you. It's good. All the food was good. Those who iced down the beer, thank you. And I'll turn it back over to Radcliffe now.
There's more food, more spirits inside, and I want to emphasize the fact that this is an RM picnic. We're here to enjoy each other's company, to get to know one another, to see some of those guys that, you know, you say transportation. I remember those guys. They work down in the dungeon somewhere, you know, or PML, you know, they work in that pristine lab somewhere out on the base. But it's a real diverse organization we work in here. And I really feel that it's important that at least a couple times a year, picnic time, during the summer, or Christmas time, when Santa Claus comes, that we get together as a group. And hopefully you don't just talk with the same guys you see every day, you know. It kind of gets boring after a while, you know. Look around and talk with someone else while you're out there, all right? We have to be reminded we're at a real airport now, you know, guys. These planes keep coming by. But I'd like to be brief in my comments, which my staff will find difficult to understand, since I normally bore them to death on Wednesday on staff meetings. I can truly say, I have enjoyed every minute of this assignment. It is a premier assignment, in my view, in the United States Air Force. It will be difficult, if not impossible, to ever top this. I have witnessed amazing events in Berlin. I have witnessed amazing events at Tempelhof Field. It's rare that an individual has an opportunity to span those sort of circumstances. And my family and I think, will look back upon this assignment as a peak in our time, in our career, and certainly a very enjoyable and wonderful assignment. And the thing that makes it on the job, makes the job go smoothly, is good people, and I'm looking at them out there. Whether it's the transporters down the hall in TMO or down out there in vehicle maintenance, not to speak of our TMO friends who drive the buses, our vehicle ops friends who drive the buses every day, be it in supply, who is going to be heavily involved over the next several years in the drawdown process. The transient alert guys are out on the end of the building and hardly ever get visited. They feel lonely out there, but they are definitely appreciated by me. The folks in PMEL, those guys in the white coats, the lab guys, we worked a lot with them. I've worked a lot with them, and I appreciate their business a lot more than I did when I arrived. Contracting. They're the guys on the front line of buying, and they've done a lot of strange things here over the years. They've done a lot of unusual buying practice to satisfy the front office and to keep me out of trouble. And I can certainly say I see a lot of familiar faces, even from across town here today to join us and are on our organizational day. I don't want to forget anybody, so I have to remember those AC guys, that budgeteer, the hat I'm wearing, the chief, and the budget guys. I've spent a lot of time, I think a lot of my effort, trying to make sure that we have the money and resources to face the future here. I want to feel like I've been a little successful. I think Tom Edelman and I have worked hard to make sure those resources are available, be it the accounting and finance guys who have to pay all these strange bills, be it the budgeteers who have to prog it, or even that small little office called Cost down there who's analyzing everything to death. But I think we've got it all pointed in the right direction there. I'm trying to go through my litany of things: cost, transportation, supply. Just I think I'm my LGX guys. Did I miss anybody else? LGX. I think that's the only organization I haven't picked out. But it's an office of one. Patrick is on leave, so I can say that he's been a fond friend and a very big help. And it's a diverse organization, the DCR. It's something that's hard to understand if you come from the outside. The maintainers all have a fairly clear objective. The DOI guys just kick the planes, they get off the ground somehow. But RM is a real strange animal. A lot of folks put together. Some of them don't seem to think they have a common interest, but really that support aspect that you guys do out there is the thing that really makes the base tick. And I can say I appreciated all the support you've given me. Now, I ask you to look to the gentleman in front of me and his charming wife and their children, and know that I've had the pleasure of planning all of this stuff that we're going to face in the future. It's called the drawdown, and there will be some difficult times, I know, ahead, but I think this is the man who can make it happen. And follow him. Please give him your loyalty and support as you've given it to me. And I think you'll find that the time and energy you put in will be very well spent. And I want to thank you again for all of your help over the years. Farewell.
Our second